Hey everybody, how's it going? We've got the new round 5 of the Season 1 Championship here in Real Racing 3 with the version 10.1 now. Let's strategize a little bit. So, we have obviously 5 weeks of time trials. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess special events. I'll just lump them up as special events, whether it's limited series or Grand Prix events or Flashback, things that pay, you know, victory points in this round as special events. So we got 7 special events and 5 time trials. So we all know and we got some 40 days to complete it as I'm making this video right now. So the total victory points available in this round all adds up to be 4,200 or 42,300. My bad. Now, obviously, if you want to win all of it in this round, you have to complete every single event and don't miss any time trials, right? In order to get to claim the full prize of 175 gold and some 350,000 motorsport dollars and 400,000 racing dollars if you're counting that as well, right? So we'll kind of work our way down from the top prize, right? So obviously, to win everything, you need to do everything. Now, what if you just want the car? Since this new Volkswagen, only way you can get it is you cannot even buy these cars, right? The victory point cars. You have to gain enough victory points. So that's 36,300 in this case, which is exactly 6,000 points less than the max. So if you complete all the special events and don't do any time trials, basically, or let's say you come to, you skip this round altogether for whatever reason, and you miss out on this round and you come back in the future, then you obviously don't have access to any time trials that's going to pay out in this round, including that 9/11 time trial competition, right? So that is essentially 6,000 victory points that you can forego. So if you're coming from future where round 5 has expired, in order to win this round's prize car, you need to complete all special events, right? Except for the 9/11 time trial, because that's not going to be available. Now, with that being said, for the current players, the ones that are running right now, 6,000 victory points. What can you forego? Well, you can miss out on, I guess, one Grand Prix events, since that one is actually, you know what? If you miss out on a Grand Prix event, you cannot win this car. You have to do both Grand Prix events. What I meant was you can forego or miss out on one of the limited series events, because that one payout is in 5,000 victory point range, right? Versus the Grand Prix events are more like almost like 8,000. They're 7,800 victory points each. So you don't want to miss out on the 2 Grand Prix events in this version, since they do pay quite a bit. And certainly don't miss out on the weekly time trials, because those are easy way to earn 1,000 victory points along with the gold. So but yeah, so that is I guess sort of the prize pool or the strategy if you're aiming to just win this car in this round. That's what you're gonna have to do. You need to do pretty much everything, including the time trials, except maybe miss out on one of the limited series, right? So now, if you happen to pick the what's that one? The Flashback event, right? The Motor Fiesta 2 Flashback. That one victory point reward is 5,000. So I guess if you decide to skip that one, then you have room to skip, I guess, one time trial, because that will be another 1,000, so that'll equal to 6,000. So you can basically, you know, do everything else. Well, you will have to do everything else in order to win the car, right? All right, so that with that out of the way, let's go down to the gold reward. 75 gold is the final, well, aside from the final one. So the one tier lower, right? Where it pays 75. So accumulated gold up to this point, if you claim this 75 gold, is 150 gold from this round. And obviously, as you can see, you need 30,600 victory points for that. So that is some 11,700 victory points less than the max. So that means, once again, do everything except maybe miss out on 2 limited series. Then, then basically you're letting go about 10,000 victory points. So, you skip that, and maybe you have room to skip one of the weekly time trials or time trial competitions, right? So that would be strategy for picking up some 150 gold from this round. All right, and then the next gold tier. Yeah, I'm just gonna go over only the gold tiers because the other currencies and other various prizes I don't think is as important. But you can kind of mix and match the numbers to get the what you need, right? What your goal is gonna be for this round. So next gold round, or gold prize victory points is, as you can see, 15,500. So at this point, you get 50 for here, and there's 25 gold that you get to win earlier on at 1,800 victory points. So that means at this point, it's easier to, I guess, count what you do instead of what you can miss. Because up till, what I've been explaining from the top down, it's, easier to count like what you don't have to do in order to claim. But at this point, because we're on the lower side of the victory points, basically, for this, you need to do, I guess, essentially, like complete 2 Grand Prix events, right? That will get you up to what? 15,600. So if you do just 2 Grand Prix events, you can pick up 75 golden rewards. So, you can kind of keep all these numbers into consideration when you're budgeting out the cost to run those events and complete those events and win the prize from the events themselves, right? So that's one way to do it. Or another way to do it is run 3 limited series or limited time series, because they each pay about 5,000 or 5,250, and 2 of them pay 5,250, and then one pays 5,200, right? The Lancia one. So that means if you do those 3 limited series or limited time series, you should have enough, right? Exactly. Well, actually, you have 200 extra, right? So this is what I mean. At this point, you start to get into like you can do multiple combination of things. So for example, you can do the Lamborghini Hurricane STO limited series. You can do Nissan Leaf Nismo RC limited series. That gets you up to 10,050. And then you can run, or 10,500, my bad. And then you can run Motor Fiesta 2. That pays exactly up to 15,500 then, because Motor Fiesta 2 pays 5,000, right? So that's one way. Of course, if you're running those weekly time trials, then you are already 7,000 points in, because or 6,000 points in, because there are 5 weeks in this round. And there's that Porsche 911 RSR time trial competition, which pays additional 1,000. So, you are already 6,000 in, then what you're trying to make up is some, 9,500 victory points. So certainly 2 limited series will get you there easily, or you can do, obviously, both Grand Prix events, or you can do 1 Grand Prix event and 1 limited series. Pick your combination, right? So that's how you would get to this prize. And then obviously, first one is pretty easy to get because you only need 1,800 victory points. So that is, we're talking just 2 weeks worth of time trials, or just not even completing a whole limited series, but make some progress there. But usually the case is, the story goes with those limited series. If you're going through the limited series, generally, in order to claim any kind of prize, whether it's victory points or the currency prize, they require enough upgrades to claim very first tier. It's generally not worth stopping in the middle. If you're doing it, you might as well go all the way, unless you own the car already, like the case of Lancia LC2, because that's an old car that we've had in the game for some time. So if the PR requirement to win it this time seems, or complete the limited series seems higher than in the past, then, well, that's why, one of those instances where you can do partial completion of limited series. But anyway, so that's gonna be it for this video on kind of a rundown of victory point strategy for claiming different tiers of gold rewards, and or the grand prize, the car, right? So hopefully that gives you guys some ideas on, I mean, don't feel like you have to do everything in the game, right? Because that's, at this point, I think pretty obvious that's not reasonable expectation, unless, I don't know, if you spend a lot of time playing this game. So yeah. So if you miss, it's fine. It's just a game at the end of the day. So, yeah, at least I know. I'll be the one to say, right? Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you guys in the next video. All right, take care.